Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about Splash. And this movie is directed by Ron Howard and it stars Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. John Candy is also in it, and it's just a romance movie, romantic comedy. And the movie is just about Alan, played by Tom Hanks, and he falls in love with a mermaid, and that's pretty much the movie. And you also have another character who is trying to prove that mermaids exist. And the movie was good. I liked it. I wasn't expecting to like it upon rewatching it this time. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, and in my mind, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at all. But for the first 15 minutes, I wasn't liking it at all. I thought the characters were kind of annoying, and none of the humor really worked for me. You could say that I hated the first 15 minutes, but once the mermaid character gets introduced, and she's called Madison eventually, from that point on, the movie gets a lot better. Once that character is introduced, not in the opening scene in the movie, but when she gets reintroduced when she's much older, that's when the movie gets a lot better for me. And the scenes with her and Tom Hanks are really good, and I think they are the best scenes in the movie, and whenever it's those two together, I really like the movie. And the movie is kind of cheesy, kind of cartoonish, and very lighthearted in its tone. And I think that kind of works for this movie. And the relationship between these characters I also really like. I also want to mention how their relationship develops. And when they first meet each other, they don't say a word. Well, at least Madison doesn't say a word because she can't speak English. And as the movie goes along, she starts to learn how to speak English, as she learns by watching a TV, which is kind of funny. And she just repeats the things that she's heard, like what's on a program on TV, and just like a game show, talking like a game show host. And as the movie progresses, they talk a lot, and you really feel as though they have a relationship. And it's one of few movies I can think of where I genuinely cared about their relationship and where it went. I was invested in it. I liked the characters, and I thought the performances were good. I wasn't huge on the humor in this movie. That would be one criticism. And whenever it was trying to be funny, it wasn't always working for me. But I feel as though the movie offered more than that. And there are things in this movie that don't really make any sense, but it's the type of thing that you're not supposed to really think about. Like, for instance, there's a scene where Madison goes to take a bath and she fills the tub with salt, so it's salt water. Like, that doesn't make any sense how that works. And I also have to question a few other things without spoiling anything of how she turns into a mermaid. And my interpretation was that, so maybe the water just needs to be not pure, but like the sea, for instance. It has to be salt water, not actual salt in the water, but, salt water. And that's what turns her into a mermaid. I guess what I'm really trying to say is that putting just salt in water, that's not what seawater is. It's not called salt water because there's salt in the water. There's just salt in the water. But anyways, there's tons of stuff like that in the movie that you're not supposed to question, and I can overlook it and just accept it and go along with it. I guess the only thing I can kind of mention is that I liked the ending. Obviously, I can't say why, for obvious reasons, but I liked the ending. I think it was a good ending. And that's about all I have to say about Splash. It was surprisingly good, and the more I thought about it, the more I started to like it. And initially I was thinking, yeah, that was enjoyable, it was fine. But as I started to think about what I really liked about it, and the relationship between our two main characters is really what kept me going throughout the movie, and those scenes were great. I was always interested to see where their relationship went, and I was really, it stuck with me, and I just I keep thinking about those scenes, and I really want to revisit those scenes, and I genuinely would like to rewatch this movie one day, because I enjoyed the experience enough to where I would want to see it a second time. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Splash a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Splash down below, and my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that's going to be for Flags of Our Fathers. I've never seen this movie. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.